Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. For those who are new, my name is Milu. I was born clairvoyant, which means I don't use any tools to read. I am also a psychic and a medium. If you like the channel, please subscribe and also tap on the bell in order for you to be notified when I'm online or when I post a video. And I want to say thank you to the chat managers for your help. Thank you, Ron, for your help. Linda, greeter. I gotta say this before I start getting into serious things. I did not know. Well, I used to work with a bunch of young women, and they used to talk about getting liposuction. So I never thought that. I didn't realize there was another name for it. My bad. And I saw a couple of videos on YouTube they were talking about BBL, and they were looking at, I was seeing the well sculpted women. I'm like, what is this? I wanted to find out what it was. That's when I found out it's a Brazilian butt lift. Oh my God. I watched one young woman, she's probably that's really when you go through that stuff. I'm sure some older women go through that phase as well. What she went through, the process after you get that thing, that I know two young women who did it, but I was so busy, into my own situation. I didn't pay much attention. I know they talked about it, they spoke about it, they discussed it, they didn't hide it. But I wasn't paying attention until I watched that video. Guys, it's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that. The amount of blood loss, the reaction, the physical reaction they had afterward. I have to give it to the ladies, because what they go through to make themselves beautiful. And also, I also learned about, I've never seen this done. I was around a bunch of women in a beauty shop. I never saw them do it, but the way they do when they're wearing a wig, to properly wear the wig, it blends in with them. That's a lot of work. So us guys should be extra thankful when a woman make herself up to that level to go on a date. So I had to share this. It's unbelievable. Okay, I hope you guys, every once in a while, I'll have to comment about one of those things. Because I was impressed. My whole body was like, shaking when I was watching that young woman going through that procedure. But I thought I would share. If you don't like that, let me know. But it was, I've never seen it before, so it was novelty to me. Okay, now let's talk about serious things. I'm bringing this back up. I've discussed it before. I said Trump is going to take a whole bunch of people down to jail with him. Thank you very much, Vinette Thompson, for your generosity in the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you, noob. I read this morning that Jim Jordan grudgingly admitted that he spoke to Trump on January 6th. Now, I remember not too long ago I said Jim Jordan was going to have some legal issues. After I watched that, after I read the article, and I even listened to a clip of the video, him speaking to Trump and trying to cover it up, saying he talks to Trump so many times, he doesn't recall, but he did speak to Trump on January 6th. And also, I have been saying, as part of my predictions, that a lot of Republicans were aware of what happened before it happened. They were part of this whole insurrection thing, planning and directing. After I watched that video, listening to Jim Jordan, as I'm saying this, I'm being told he's trying to soften the ground before the bomb explodes, meaning it comes out that they were all, and with Trump trying to overthrow democracy. That was a goal. I knew Trump was in it. But after I watched that video and now what I'm being told, yes, Jim Jordan and a number of other Republicans will be called to testify in front of, well, it's going to be more than in front of that congressional committee. And DOJ, according to what I read, I'm sure all of you have heard as well, said they have to testify. People who worked at the White House. And that is the reason why Republicans are doing everything they can to cover up, not to discuss, basically stop any investigations. But thank God they are in a minority. Those who would love to see, first of all, people of color kept back. I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying some of them in the Republican Party. If you are different from them, you have to be, you are inferior. I have news for them. Life is going to get very uncomfortable in the coming years. And to whatever you have been saying it, Jim Jordan validated it, yes, they're going to have problems. That is also why yesterday Marjorie Greene, Gates, and a few others from the House went in front of DOJ, basically launching a protest. What they are trying to, as if they are defending those people. That's all part of the rules. They have a plan on how they're going to go about defending what they did or defending themselves while denying, until they can no longer deny, they took part in the insurrection. Oh, yes. So, and something else? They did not realize that, or didn't think, those policemen who testified yesterday, the public was going to receive it as positively as it being taken and seriously. So, yes, I heard Fox News, among other conservative media outlets, some of them, whoever showed what took place in Congress yesterday in front of the committee, and they surrounded with a whole bunch of, their own people, their interpretation, and some of them calling the policemen crisis actors and all that. These people should be ashamed of themselves. And like I said, Liz Cheney is not mincing words. She is going after them and keeping them in their place. And as I'm saying this, I feel like saying, I've been feeling this since all morning. Some in the Republican Party, they were never comfortable when they found out that how many people in Congress took part, in collaboration with Trump, took part in planning and executing the insurrection. There is a lot of pressure being exerted on McCarthy, among others, behind the scenes. Not the Jim Jordan. They don't care about Jim Jordan. And McConnell as well. They are being told this cannot continue. Tolerating the Marjorie Greenes of this world in their midst, plus Jim Jordan and everyone else who took part in this insurrection, because they know it is a matter of time and there's going to be a price to pay. And my prediction is the tolerance that that some had, about giving them a pass, it wasn't as bad. After yesterday, a lot of people realized it's not going to work. They're going to have to face reality, and something is going to have to be done. And my prediction is the Jim Jordans of this world, Bo Burt, Marjorie Greene, among others, who took part in plotting this, they're going to be left dangling, holding the bag. People are not going to go to their defense, with other Republicans, that is, or at least very few, if any. When this whole Trump, whatever it is we want to call it, mirage, once the glow, it's fading, the glow around Trump. By the way, someone he supported, he threw supports behind, I don't know, I'm not quite sure what type of office the person was running for in Texas. The person lost, by the way. A couple more of those, yeah. People are not going to be running to kiss his ring anymore for his support, because he can't help. But the glow is fading, and it's going to be time to pay the piper. And something I said was validated either this morning or last night. I said there were people within the Trump circle that's basically passing information to proper authorities that include Congress. There is a lady who used to be in Congress. Her name is Barbara, I believe, Comstock. She was on CNN, I believe either this morning or last night. She said, even people, Trump's inner circle, are passing dirt, telling others, authorities, that is, what's happening in the Trump camp right now and who was involved. Nancy Pelosi called McCarthy a moron this morning because he decided again, I mean, why not? That's what they do now. They're against anything that Democrats are for, including not allowing their supporters to die, keeping their supporters from dying, or let them die, because Democrats don't think it's right. But he was called a moron this morning, and oh my God, by Pelosi, because he's against, he says, wearing a mask is not scientifically based. There is no reason, it's just sick. But the reason why I'm bringing that up is because yesterday, I believe, I said Nancy Pelosi is aware of maybe before yesterday. I don't remember exactly when I said it. He's aware of a lot more than we think. And also, Liz Cheney as well. Those people have, Liz Cheney is among them. She hears what they're talking about. She knows who's involved, who has been involved. And let me tell you, if they think Liz Cheney is going to have any mercy on them, they can forget it. Liz Cheney is going to go for the jugular. Anybody who had anything to do with the January 6th insurrection, if Liz Cheney can legally using our justice system, yes, they will go down, and she will make sure the proper sentences are handed out. Because, and in some ways, I don't agree with these people about anything. Or the only thing maybe I agree with them, we have to eat every day. That's about it. But one thing I'm happy about is her level of commitment to a free America, her commitment to democracy, her commitment to our Constitution. So, regardless of where we disagree in policies, but I have to appreciate that, because what Trump and some other Republicans thinking that they're all the same, they would all be able to form together, to group together, and overthrow democracy simply because they want to remain in power. The thing is, if there isn't like unity, one person, one entity can derail a whole, any plan that someone you're making. It takes one person, and they have two now against them. I know, I believe they have 500 members in Congress or something like that. And the Republican is about 200. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember exactly. I'm sorry. I'm not good at how those things work, because I don't look at them every day. If I'm sure I had it in American history when I was in school, but I don't remember. But one person can crash the entire party, and that's what's going to take place. And unfortunately for Republicans, there are two now. And also I heard, and I said it yesterday, that behind the scenes, Liz Cheney has a lot more support than we think. And I heard, I don't remember who said it on TV, I believe it was on CNN as well. Yes, on CNN. They said Liz Cheney talks about what a lot of people behind the scenes, they are saying things they won't dare say in public because they are afraid of retaliation from Trump, among other things. So that proved that, that says I was right. It made me, it validated what I said. I'm sorry. That's what I meant to say. But right now, intuitively, I feel like saying Republicans are trying to swim upstream, and they're going to drown. They are trying to do something that's impossible to do. First of all, everything they are doing right now is based on a lie. Everyone knows it's a lie. Those who choose to say, to give all kinds of alibi, I'm talking about Republicans, and the base, I should say, who are creating all kinds of alibis as to why, they are crisis actors, and, it wasn't that bad, or, Trump should be president because he's an amazing businessman. These people are willingly fooling themselves. It's not because they believe anymore of what happened. They know. But they are so stubborn, they don't want, and some of them, like I've said before, no matter what happens, they're going to follow Trump to the snake pit. The thing is, are they going to stay in there when the backhoe comes to fill it up with dirt? So I feel like saying they know, Republicans, that is, where they are, how bad it looks, they know they are cornered. And when I'm saying, I'm seeing McCarthy as the head and leading all these people behind him, following Trump. They don't have a good hands. He's not a happy camper. He knows he made a mistake. Right now, they are desperate. They're going to throw everything at the wall to see what sticks. But I have news for them. They cannot get out of that corner they are in. And yes, it's going to be very bad. I don't believe they understand fully what's coming, because it's not only Democrats that are going to eat their lunch. They have Republicans, a few Republicans. You know something? I would not be surprised if in the not too distant future, a few more Republicans don't jump ship because the ship is sinking. And there's nothing they can do. They can't pump the water out fast enough, nor plug the hole. So some of them will jump ship, will possibly join forces with this, because a lot of them have realized already this is not going to go very well. It doesn't reflect well on them. And Trump, first of all, given that he will be indicted soon, people, those he supports, are losing primaries, and chances are they're going to lose in the general election as well. All these things are going to pile on Trump. So a lot of them are making those calculations as we speak. That's why a lot of them are not going to take a chance on saying any support at all. They are silent. They just walk, right by the journalists. They don't say anything. They are trying to, at the right time, they know they're going to have to jump ship. It's a matter of when and how they go about doing it. A lot of Republicans. And you know something? I would not be surprised. The gentleman, I don't know his name, I believe he's from upstate New York. He's an ex-prosecutor. He went and made a deal with Pelosi on behalf of, he was appointed by McCarthy. I don't remember his name. I would not be surprised if this gentleman is among the first and bring a whole group of people with him, because they're not going to be able to take it anymore. And also McCarthy's threats are hollow threats. And even if he carries them out, they won't have any weight. And the energy is going to change. What I mean energy, the way January 6th is perceived right now, it's going to get worse over time. Like after yesterday, it was really bad. So, and that's what's going to give a lot of them cover, or at least say, they can't take it anymore. That's my prediction. There is a couple of things I wanted to mention. Oh, this is important. I'm still I don't understand how a lot of people who are going online and threaten government officials, and they think they're going to be able to hide behind, a bunch of servers. There are ways you can camouflage your identity in the internet. A while back, a number of years ago, it would take a lot. It was a lot of work. These days, I don't feel it takes that long anymore to find out. You send an email from here, it haps through Europe because you're trying to cover your. You're trying to cover where you are. Okay, you're trying to cover up your footsteps. and then it comes back and delivered to that person. Uh, the authorities, the FBI, they have tools right now. They can resolve that issue, you know, in a reasonable amount of time. And that's how the court, it wasn't explained how this person got caught. He sent emails to Dr. Fauci and another doctor, I believe he's the head of the CDC, his name is Colin, you know, threatening letters to these people, threatening their lives and all that. You know, it's crazy that this guy thought he was going to be able to get away with it. Dum got arrested. You know, and also I was listening this morning, and it's on the internet. I'm sure it's on YouTube. Someone, I mean, Fannin, one of the policemen, who basically was beaten during 1/6, among other injuries he suffered. Somebody left him a voicemail, and he played it on the Don Lennon show last night, and this morning again on CNN. You know, this guy's voice was loud and clear, and I feel it's distinctive enough that people will know who he is. How dumb. Okay, I bet he never thought that he would be, you know, a voiceover star, if you will. My prediction is he will be arrested because people will denounce him. They will tell who he is. And yes, we do have such thing as voice analysis. They will compare the tape and his voice. He will be found out. People are so dumb, you know. But my prediction is a lot of those people who are behind all types of threatening government officials, the FBI and intelligence authorities are very busy these days. But those who are doing those things and you think you're going to get away with it, I have news for them. They will be tracked down and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. That's what's coming for them. So I hope they cool their heels somewhere and go do something else instead of going online trying to hide behind a computer and think you're gonna remain anonymous. That's not gonna happen. Okay. Oh my God. I wasn't looking at the time, friends. Okay. Thank you, Greta. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's see. I am scrolling for questions. You know, Congress is going to be off for 7 weeks, guys. Summer break. I didn't realize that. I heard about it this morning. I didn't think about the summer. Wow. That's pretty nice. But, hey, the commission is going to be working. According to the chairman, I believe his name is Johnson. I believe. I'm sorry. I have to write his name down. But all of you know who I am talking about. Okay. I'm looking for questions. Joel Tilson says, Trump is the most racist president since Woodrow Wilson. Yes, I agree with that. You know, but I'm not surprised because I grew up in New Rochelle, New York, and I live in Jersey. I've been in that area for over 40 years, so forget it, guys. I know what Trump is about. Oh, thank you, Paulette Smith, for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay. Murray Hackett says, breaking news, Larry Kudlow and Sarah Sanders want Biden to call big tech and ask to let Trump back. Are you kidding me? Back on so he can get vaccines in people's arms. Is that a ploy for him to get back on? Absolutely, it's a ploy. It's just baloney. All these people, the sycophants, no, Trump is not going to go back on social media. Let me say it again. All these people are in contact with each other. This is just a ploy, a way to get Trump back on social media to create more havoc. I would be shocked if Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, Twitter let Trump back in, because he's creating, without those platforms, he's creating enough headaches. And you know something else? Everybody's running around saying, oh, well, Biden should invite Trump to the White House, and, and Trump can make a statement about the vaccine. You know something? My prediction, intuitively what I feel, those who follow Trump will not listen to him when it comes to the vaccine, because I don't know, because the reason why I'm saying this intuitively is because as I was opening my mouth to answer that question, I'm being shown DeSantis. Trump, which would be good, will be called a sellout. That's what a lot of people are calling, the anti-vaxxers and people who refuse to take people who refuse to take the vaccine are calling DeSantis, because he's trying to say to people, because he realized he messed up. And, he's in a quandary right now. Yes, he's still, the Republicans, that's all they know how to do. They do that best. They double down, so he's going to double down. But if Trump was to go to the White House, or they give him back, they allow him back on social media, and you think he's going to be able to convince these followers that they should go get vaccinated. Let me tell you something. As I'm saying this, I feel intuitively. They know he loves money, and yes, those who are still contributing to his cause, they all have something wrong up here, and they are doing it willingly. They know it's not going to get them anywhere or anything, but they love to be fooled. I don't know. I don't understand that psychology, but I'm not a psychologist. No, a psychiatrist. They will tell you Trump got paid. He loves money. Okay? They know that. They won't badmouth him. They won't say it in public. Or I wouldn't be surprised if at some point that's not, some in his base will start accepting publicly the reality of what Trump is all about. Yeah. So the notion that to let him back on social media, I'm not in charge. I don't, I'm having trouble, keeping this little footprint that I have going. Never mind, a big influencer. But I don't think it's going to happen. No. And, Trump is also, he's full of ruse, okay? He can do it in a way, because Trump does not, obviously, we've lost 600,000 people on Trump's watch. That doesn't even faze him. If we lose another million, Trump still won't care. He doesn't. All he wants is to get back in the White House and act like a king. And he knows he's not going to get back there. So you think Trump is going to, genuinely ask his followers, and also, I'm sorry, I'm getting this as I'm mid-sentence, genuinely, he's not going to ask his supporters to get vaccinated. Number two, he knows they will turn on him as well, like they did on DeSantis. So we can forget that one, friends. I don't see it happening. I would be shocked. And you know something? I think Biden is aware of it too. Biden is not going to go for it. Marie Hackett says, Milu, I watched Astrology Alert last night. I have to watch it. Andre said on yesterday's show, Trump is going downhill, and he did with his endorsement in Texas, who lost. Yes, he lost. The person he supported in Texas lost. I got to watch Andre's latest video. I like the way he does his presentation, the way he goes about reading the chart. I learned from it. Okay, friends, thank you very much. Trump does not care about anyone. You're right, Joel Tilson. Okay, friends, thank you very much for spending time with me. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilu.com, or you can send me an email. Please bear with me. I will reply. Send me an email at psychicmilu@aol.com. And if you like the channel, please subscribe. And also tap on the bell in order for you to be notified when I'm online or when I post a video. Again, everyone, thank you. I will see you tomorrow, same time. Till then, bye.